Welcome, friends, to Simply Forex, Trading Forex Simply. I'm your host, Max Fairo. This is DexTrader.com, and you're watching the Simply Forex portal. Inside our system, we have a tremendous amount of traders. We just had our pre-launch, and I have one of those traders on the phone with me right now, who happens to be also my brother and business partner, Brian Fairo. Welcome, bro.
Oh, thank you, Max. Great to be here.
Now, listen, you have been in this industry with me for the entire thing. We've been in business together for more than almost 10 years now. And
Just about.
do you think that I love the fact that we open Dex Signals and Dex Trader and Dex Indicators and all the great Dex family trading stuff. But I got to say, this is like one of the best and simplest systems that we've ever put together. Do you agree with that statement?
Oh, I absolutely agree. It is by far the simplest thing we have ever done in a complicated realm.
I know. Well, here's the thing. You and I talked about this when we first started building the structure for signals, was that there was so much complicated bullshit out there that we had to take the complicated and make it simple. And you reminded me of something our grandfather said, which was it's a genius who takes something complicated and makes it simple. What happens to somebody who takes something simple and makes it complicated, right? So,
Exactly.
so it's like the whole world has become ignorant to how simple these things can be. You don't have to make it too convoluted, but you have to protect yourself, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So what do you think now? Because during this entire time, I mean, you traded some of the beginning Trader's Mind stuff and learned how to scalp. And I think that's what sort of set your mold here in this system, is that you're going off a lot of that Trader's Mind theory, but you've been very successful with it. What do you think your success in this system is over than like 5-minute trading or the dailies or signals or anything else like that? What do you think what do you attribute your success for in this rather than something else you may have done?
Well, like you said, the original Trader's Mind mindset of getting in and getting out is the basis of what I've been doing with this, but just the ease of use, as far as you're well aware, I've been visually impaired for a little while now, so it's been hard for me to use MT4 or even web-based platforms. But the ease of use of this system, with placing lines the way that we do, gives me that visual that I had lost for a long time. And so now I can take these very simple visual steps with that same mentality, and there you have it.
Right. So you're saying that the flow of what we have is very easy, that even a blind guy can do it.
Basically, is basically what I'm saying. Yes, it is so simple that once you learn those simple steps, it's a visual lineup, not so much a mathematical lineup. So we have those logical people who can follow the numbers and it logically makes sense. And then you have people like myself who visually follow patterns and it also makes sense.
Well, I think it does always come back down to something of following a flow, following a process. Because the moment you start to go outside that box, you start adding too many things in. Like you said, you can add a whole bunch of lines in. You can have Bollinger Bands. You could have all these things that'll give you a direction. But being able to follow it consistently is the real trick here. Is the training hard?
Oh, no, the training was not hard at all. In fact, you keep the videos short, simple, and direct to the point. So once you have your platform, whether it be MT4 or whatever, open, it's just a simple matter of bam, bam, bam. Follow the video along while you're doing it, and it couldn't be easier.
Right. Well, I got to tell you, man, I'm very, very excited to show your results. Only because I don't really go down this line very much, but you were that person that when you jumped out and said, "Hey, I'll get in there." This is the first thing since Trader's Mind that you have gotten in, that you have said, I want in, because you were watching the videos come over, and as I was making them, and you were watching them, and I remember you saying,
Yeah.
Hey, come on, it can't be that simple. And we talked about this. It's the signals. It's 2.5 years worth of putting together all of the process, and then finally even making our simple signal system even simpler with this decision. And since you said you wanted to get in, and looking at your success and looking at even my success, who on limited time, I'm ecstatic to be able to show what I'm about to show next.
Well, thank you, and I'm happy to be a part of this process. Like you said, I had that thought of it can't be this easy. I have to do it. I have to try it, and it wasn't just a matter of trying, because I felt confident enough after going through the videos that I could do it, and it's been no looking back since.
Nice. Well, I'm going to switch over because we're on the Simply Forex portal system, and under here where our learning center and our news system is, we have some other tools. But one of the things we have is sort of a proof in the pudding, right? Is a journal. I'm on the journal page right now. In this journal page, there is where I have my journal and I have your journal, and I'm on your results right now. And there are, it might seem a little odd, but I have there's two columns here, a few columns actually, and one of them is because it says here that simply Nadex trades, and it says scalper trades, right? Could you tell the people that are watching right now, what is a scalp?
A scalp is basically taking profit before the trade expires.
Wow. Wow. So you basically get out before the trade expires and make your money.
I would say 90 to 95% of the time I do. There are times when I do let it go to expiry.
Yeah, just
and sometimes I have no choice but to let them go to expiry because they never actually hit the scalp, but I'm still confident enough in those numbers that I leave them on. I haven't taken a loss yet.
Now, in the process of me seeing this and me showing the world, there are two columns here with information on. This one here is his actual numbers that he's done since October 2nd. Today's October 9th, which is $2,085.50. This is his actual number, okay? And the reason why I'm showing you this, because there's two columns, is that this is him scalping with, like you said, about 95% of the time scalping out. And so you can kind of see, where he's at. He's getting, well, in this particular one, it shows 12 trades or 12 contracts on here on Nadex because somebody hit the 2 besides the 1 button, but he got out for a $48 win. Now, he made a mistake and he's rewarded for it, but we have talked about this and what it takes to get to that. And we even made a special video called the Oops Brian video. But this other column that we have here is that if he took them all to expiry, what would have happened? And you can kind of see there's a big number. Now, I didn't do this to woulda, shoulda, coulda. I did this so he can see that there's trust in the numbers, because he did lose one under that side. He would have lost one if he'd done that, but I don't think the 1 out of 25 would have been that big of a deal. Do you?
No. It definitely would have been made up for already.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let me see if I can do that right there. Oop. Yeah. So yeah, it went from 100% down to 96%. So I think, yeah, you would have been fine with that process. But I also wanted to show you that the results that we have here are copied and pasted from here. And this is, let me scroll this up so you can see the process here. And so you can see the account. This is a real live account, okay? We are actually making trades on this account. I'm going to go to the view history. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to show you what it was this past day. Right here is, because there's a lot of information. Here's that 12 we talked about, right? For the first trade of the day. Here's that one. Here's the other 2 for the USD/JPY. All look like USD/JPY. You're on a roll today with the yen, the dollar.
Yeah, yen. I was definitely following that trend.
Right. So there you go, right? And then you can kind of pop over and see that there it is. There's where it starts. There's the next one, that 2 that was in there. Made $20, made $26, made $55. So today's little run here yielded out you about 149. Did I do that right? Yep, about
149.50.
Yeah, 149.50. Holy crap! Great job.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. I also trade, and I let them go to expiry, and I had a pretty good night last night into today. I trade mostly at nighttime because of my work time during the day. So on the 5th, on the 8th to the night, because I placed the trade on the 8th, so I count that, about $345. But I also did some trades on Forex as well, which I use Trader's Way. Again, we don't get, let me see, where's that one, the 5th, 6th, there's the 9th. So here's today's, $288.68. So right around $500-600 for the day for me in trading in that process. Now, let me tell you, it's not easy to run a company and trade. It's not easy to go to a full-time job and trade. But if I can make time, so could you. And the whole thing about with Brian trading is that with his impairments, with his lack of experience in actual physical trading, I mean, you've got a lot of experience trading Trader's Mind, but I think over the years, a lot of stuff has rubbed off, and about the consistency and and the discipline. There's one of our support lines going off. Hang on one second. All right, so basically we have a pretty powerful system that's simply very easy to use. That's why it's called Simply Nadex or Simply Forex. And where do you see yourself going with this, Brian, eventually?
I don't see myself ending this at all. It's going to be a never-ending process from here on out.
Right. Yep, because between the Learning Center, the traders chat room with all the people that are on board, margin calculators and journals and all the other things that we have on board. We have me reading about the market every morning. You have your web-based stuff. This is a pretty powerful system. Now, of course, you get it for free because you're part of the company. But it's set right now in pre-launch for $299. Going to be $399. There's also a payment system on the platform as well. So if you want results, whether or not, do you think the average person who doesn't have any experience can come in and do this?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Now, you get 3 consults. You get a lot of great stuff with this system, and it's very, very powerful. So if you're unsure, there's a phone number on the site under the Contact Us. Please give it a call if you want to talk to me directly about whether or not this is for you. We can talk about doing a little assessment or what have you. I'm the type of person that's going to shoot with you straight. Okay, Brian, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You have really come a long way in doing what you do.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for everything along the way, and I really am proud to be part of this system.
Good. Well, this is basically it. It's the first time I've ever interviewed you for anything other than what we used to do back when we were doing radio. So we haven't done this in a long time. So I want to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you again, Brian, and everybody else have a great day.
Thank you.
And as always,